Thanks for joining. Uh, I'm waiting for a few more candidates to join because today I just want to have uh, how do we actually do with this particular programs practically. We have learned around 4 to 5 programs, but I want all those programs to be done practically, how they will be done. So for that reason, we'll have a short but interesting type of session going on. Shall we wait for a few more? Around 25 candidates have joined. Shall we go on? Okay, fine. We'll do one thing. Whatever previously we have done with the programs, we'll try to execute them. Meanwhile, rest of the students will also join. So, new session will be there for them when they join up. For us, it will be like a practice session. So, uh, whatever we want to do, I'm closing off the chat. Please, if you have any chat, we'll see later on. Or else I will inform you when I'm seeing the chat box. So, if we look back at the programs that we have done already, we have done with a basic HTML program which will create a basic look and feel of what HTML is going to contain. So, starting from here, if I just copy this particular program, let me tell it right from the scratch. How do we do with our programs? It's very simple. What you need to do is anywhere in your computer, anywhere, maybe C drive or D drive or whatever on desktop, wherever you wish, just create a notepad file. How do we create it? For our easy going, for keeping all our programs in one single go, I have created on desktop a folder called as IT lab programs. So the same folder I'm using just to keep all the programs in one single part. Now in this one I have to create a notepad. So simple, just press on this start button, type notepad, then here we need to type our program. So first thing that we need to type is HTML. This code will tell the compiler that whatever below we are going to write is going to fall under HTML category. But as I told you earlier, all the tags are going to contain one opening tag and a corresponding closing tag. So I have to close it also. Now within this opening and closing tag, I have to write my code. I hope my notepad file is visible to all. Whatever I am typing is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now, let me increase the font of it. Some are viewing in mobiles. So now, I hope it's good for you now. Within this one, we have got two tags. One is head tag, also has its corresponding closing of head. Other is body tag. So simple, right? Body. So within the head, we'll place those type of things or those type of matters which are hidden from the normal viewable screen. Normal viewable screen means if I open the web page, you are able to see this particular screen, right? Whatever is visible on this screen is in the body, is to be kept inside body. But you are able to see the titles here for the tabs. These titles are not a part of our viewable window body matter. This image, this line as the heading, this boxes with the background shading, all are a part of our body only. But for our head, we will keep only those things which are hidden from users. So one of the things which is hidden, which is not displayed in the window, is title. So I'll keep my title as whatever you wish, like sample HTML program 1. I'm closing off the title. Good. We can keep many other what is the meta character set that we are going to use, all those stuff we can keep, what are the tags that are going to be used, but we don't need to learn them right now because we need to concentrate mainly on the body part. So in the body, I want some simple like welcome message to be kept. Welcome to HTML programming, something to be kept. Now, after typing this matter, what I need to do is I need to save it with the extension of .html. So when I save it with the extension of .html, it's very simple. In double quotes, keep uh, any name, whatever you wish, yz.html. But nowadays, even the L is not important. If you wish, you can keep, but if you don't like, you can skip it. So just click on save. It went saved back into our file folder. Is this folder viewable to all? Is it visible? Someone has raised the hand. Sirisha, is there any important point? Do you have any doubt? Okay, no issues. So here, whatever default browser you are going to use, the file will get converted into that particular browser's file. So I'm using a Brave browser. This is one of the good browsers, very similar to Chrome, and it has got automatic ad blocking facility. So I need not see all the garbage that is kept in the world. I can just go on through my own requirements in the website. So what you need to do now is just double click it. It will let the browser to open your file. Now this file, I kept a plain message where I have kept welcome to HTML program. There is nothing more inside it. Our program got executed. The compiler has seen this particular file, interpreted whatever commands we have written, and it has done with that particular execution. Now for that interpretation, you can see we kept a title also, sample HTML program 1, right? So this is how you will try to save your HTML files and execute them. Can we use only Notepad or we need to go to WordPad? Not needed. WordPad is not at all needed. If you are very uh, in need of those type of indentations and stylings effects to be kept, then you can use any type of IDE. I prefer Dreamweaver, but Dreamweaver is not free of cost. It is a uh, this commercial type of tool. You need to pay for it. So we need not go for even that also. Notepad is freely available and available throughout the world. So we need not worry for any other program. So this was our first program that we have executed. Simple. Hope everyone has gone through this particular program. Now we will try to make certain changes. Like for example, what will happen if I introduce a tag of center here? I'm saving my file now. Okay. Going back for the execution. You see the text, it was written from the left hand side, now it came into the middle. Fine. So these tags that we are going to use make an impact on whatever we have written here are called as markups. Are actually called as markups. These markups are going to give some type of styling effect, some type of impact to the text or images that we have written. So that's why we will call HTML as hypertext markup language. Whatever text you have written, for that you are going to apply some marking effects. So that was our first program that we have gone through. Now, the second program that we have seen is the headings. But these headings were written in this format, right? H1, H2, H3, H4, so on. Let us try with our same program, and in the center, I want this. Earlier it was appearing very small in size, right? I want it to be in bigger size. So for that, what I can do, I can keep this as a heading. H1. And before the closing of H1. Do remember, I started center first, then H1. So I will close H1 first, then center. So this is the standard that you need to follow. You need to adopt. So let us save this program, Control S, or you can go with any of it. Refresh the page that you have already viewed. So it's done. You have got a big heading coming up. So usually when you browse any window or any website, you will have a logo over here, and then you will have certain title of your website kept over here, name of your website kept over here, but it's not restricted to H1 here, H1 to H6. Through CSS, you can apply certain more styling to it. You can give some coloring effect and all those things to it. So let us try to see, we have learned T tag also, right? Paragraph tag. There is no gap over here in first line and the last. We are not able to interpret. Let us see if we can have certain gap. So I want to see whether this paragraph tag will actually work or not. So I'll use this paragraph tag and try to see whether it is going to give some effect or what effect will it introduce. Refresh your HTML. You find any noticeable change? I'm refreshing it all the time, but usually I did not saw much change. Let me remove it and see was there any real change or not. I'm saving back the program. No change. Let me undo it. No change. The reason why that paragraph tag was not making much impact over here was that this is the very first line. Already there is certain margin kept by default from HTML. And there is no new line coming down to it. So there is no need for keeping any margin. So same way, suppose imagine after this paragraph, if there is certain text kept over here. Hope to see you as a good programmer. One text line has been kept over here. Let me save this program and try to see. Will there be any change? It came down. Let us try to keep both of them in the center tag. Let us try. Can you see there is a gap in between the previous text and this text? Yes, it's there. So that gap was introduced because of this P. Let me remove it and see whether this P was actually making any effect. No change. Reason? Because what we have written here is already in H1. I use H1, it's almost similar to that of paragraph. This practical implementation, I wanted to show you how it differs. Really speaking, when you do something practical, it gives more information than that of just theoretical learning. That's why today's class I wanted to have completely practical. Let me remove this H1 for you and show what difference it will create. Now, can you see both got joined together? Correct. Now, the same, whether P will work or not, I'll try to test. Let me check this. Got the distance now between these two texts, right? So, is the implementation of H1, paragraph, and those tags clear for everyone? Good. So, we have seen three tags now. One was the center tag, second was paragraph tag, third one was our H1 tag that we kept over here. Let me H1. Compile it. Screen is coming in between. Okay, got it. Fine now. So this looks pretty good. That's why we'll be putting headings to it. Now let us see what else we have seen. Let us see what's actual difference that is going to be there. But I don't think there is much explanation required because you can see what difference between H1, H2, H3, H4, so on. You can see that particular difference here itself. Let us move for this program. Let us try to have this particular program copied from there and try to have this program replaced. So let me save this program. Let me jump on the browser and recompile. Can you see this name coming in italics? It is little narrower than the normal text, little narrower. You can see double quotes starting here. If I highlight it also, there are two lines coming. That means this is one single character. So here there is a space and there is a gap in between. Let us try to see, can we just work on with them? I don't want my first web page to be here. Sample program for quote tags. Whether you use block quote or normal quote. Now this is author name, so I can keep any name. Just quickly pop up whose name should be there in this one. So you have not closed center with forward slash. There will not there will be no error. I'll complete. Okay, that program is gone. If it would have been there, I would have cross-checked it. Anyway, I'll come for those errors. I'm coming. Don't worry for that. Why those things are to be done separately. Fine. Thank you. Now, coming here, whose name should be there in this particular author's name? Just in the chat box. Someone pop up your name. No one wanted. Okay. Let me write our CP brand's nickname. Hmm? I can keep any name here. You will always have an ego. The moment you forget that, will it will start running the show. Statement is quite good, impressive, but we are not so egoistic. So let me say some statement for you. Anyone pop up any statement that you need to keep over you? Some quote that you wish. Strength is life, weakness. Strength is life, weakness is death. Program is great experience. Yeah, I want it to be as per our CP standards. Let me write in something. Fine. We are these CP programmers and we are as crazy as that of our computers. Programming is great. Okay, let me include all of them. Great, great experience. Okay, strength is life. Strength is life. Weakness is death. Does anyone want, sir, your voice is breaking. Shall we keep this as the quote itself? Yes, sir. Okay. Shall I keep this? Okay. As you wish. So realistic. So after that, instead of, and I tend to agree, we can, instead of I always try to include everyone. So instead of I, we will have we. Just you can have anything here. Let us try to keep this itself and see what will happen. So let's see. I have saved my program. Let's try to see what is actually going to happen. Inside P, I kept that thing. Then said there is a quotation, whatever was said, and we tend to agree. Then there is a block quote which has been kept. Paragraph has ended over, as you can see. And then we have got a block quote which is going to have. So Let us save the program, get back to our uh, window and try to execute. So you can see we have got the crazy programmers seeing something. What is that being saved? Crazy has computers, programming is great experience, strength is life and weakness is death, severe voice is breaking, all that stuff being kept in. And we tend to agree appeared as it is without any quotation. So have we actually kept this quote? Have we added this quotation mark? Anyway, had I put that as the double quotes here? No, I did not kept it. It came automatically because it wanted to show that this statement is being made as a quotation. But here, I need this line of code. And this is appearing separate from this normal text. It's not getting joined along with this line. It's coming in the next line with a gap here. But all have come in one single line. I don't like it. I want it to appear in next line. Separate. So for that reason, what I will do is I have this called as BR tag. Here I will apply BR. Here I will apply BR. Here also I will apply BR. Here it's the last line of your entire program means so is visible. So I need not even apply. But still I will try to keep it so that it looks pretty. So recompiling it. Can you see it all came with an indentation on the left hand side? Actually, I did not apply any indentation, but it gave me indentation and it came as a separate block. Now imagine I have some more text after this block, something, some stuff. Let me compile it and see what is going to happen. Can you see this gap again and this gap again? So if you have got one paragraph which should be highlighted as a separate block of code, then you can keep the block code as the code or tag to be used for keeping that block separate. So remember I have added here some indentations. Those indentations are considered as extra space characters and they will be eliminated by the browser. They will not be used by the browser. They will not be treated as separate spaces. They will be treated as one single space. And you can see over here, I kept all these lines in next lines with a enter button kept over here. Though it appears as new lines here, but all of them are appearing in one single line. So that's why we will try to make use of block code and BR tags. So hope Q tag is here. Q block code. And what else we have learned here? BR. I'm not getting any response from your side. Okay, thank you, Afshin. So one say about block code. We have used two quotations here. One is Q tag, another is block code. When we used Q tag, you can see that it gave the name of the author due to cite tag, and this quotation was kept in double quotes in one single line. But here in block code, you will not have any double quotes, and it will appear as a separate block of code, and it will not be mixed with the rest of the code. And it will have certain indentation gapping from left margin. That's the only difference that comes in between those two. This name of the author was because we used a cite tag. Okay. And the site is also as an attribute. Tag is a bigger entity. Attribute is a characteristics describing a tag to modify a tag. This characteristic site is used in code as well as in block code, and it is used to tell whatever statement you have made here is being taken from which particular website, so that tomorrow no one can question you from where you have copied it, how you have copied it, what is that particular quotation, all that stuff. In international industry scenario, if you copy something which has been kept by others, it's a crime. You cannot simply copy without mentioning their name. So it's like a copyright. So we need to mention from where we have taken this particular statement. I hope I have justified it. Thank you. Okay. Coming next to our next program that we have learned about what is strong, what is bold, but the same impact was being kept in one more. Here, big, small, bold, all those things, right? Let me just do with the strong, then we'll go for it. What was this? Same what we have done. This is the next program. Let us copy it, replace it. Now save it. What will be the impact of strong? Let us try to see. Re-executing, can you see here I kept important. It's really important, and it's very really even more important. Here in this browser, I don't have read aloud option. I don't know where it exists in this particular browser. More tools. Let me try to open this in Microsoft Explorer. Try to see is there any read option available here. Just to open it, it is taking so much time. That's why I don't like it. Compatibility mode 5. Mm. Let me try with Edge. Somewhere I have seen in Edge a read option coming in. Read aloud.
Important. It really is important. And this is even more important.
Was this voice audible to all?
Yes.
I'm again playing it back.
This is important. It really is important. And this is even more important.
Can you see the change in the tone? Again, I'm playing.
Important. It really is important. And this is even more important.
Okay. For this reason, we'll be trying to use a strong tag. But let us try to see what will happen if we try to make it as bold. I don't want to make it as strong. I just want to make it as bold. Because I said bold will not give uh, much impact on it. I'm saving it, going back to browser because read aloud is there in Edge. Let us open with Edge. Going for options, read aloud.
Important. It really is important. And this is even more important.
There is slight change in the
Important. It really is important. And this is even more important.
okay. So you have seen that particular impacts now. That's the actual difference between what we have as bold and strong. So practically speaking, they appear physically almost the same, but they have certain logical implications. When you want to stress something, you will keep it in strong. When you just want to highlight the text, you don't want to stress on that particular matter. You just want to just say this is as a heading or something like that. You just want to, like for example, you are keeping your name in between the paragraph and you want your name to appear little highlighted from rest of the text. There should not be any stress. It's not having a big implication. Then you can keep it in bold. But if you really want to give a warning to a particular person, telling that this is a very important warning, then you will keep it in strong. That's the difference. Now coming on for next program, this is site. It is just going to make it as italics with some difference. I'm not going for that program. Big and small letters, trying to see them whether they works on or not. I saved it. Let me refresh the page. Can you see this particular output now? Can you acknowledge it back? Is this window available? Okay. So I said while doing with this program that whatever we have kept over here is in normal size, and next to it we kept in big tag. I'll keep them side by side, these two windows. So when I keep something in big, it made it to appear bigger in size, but it did not made it as bold. Let me write it once more in bold, then you can feel that difference. Same thing I'm writing in bold. Let's try to see what difference will it create. I have kept it in bold, first one, and second one is in big. Okay. That's the difference that comes in between bold and big. Now, small is going to make the text appearing small, and then I said that for addresses, we will use footer. Now, in this footer, I said when I try to click on this window, it will open the default mail application and it will try to send a mail through that default. Let me click and show it to you. Open mail. It will give me what is a default mail client that is installed on it. Normally, when you browse your Gmail or some Yahoo Mail application, what you are trying to do is you are trying to open your browser. I'm talking about through laptop or desktop. You're trying to open the browser, go on for the website that is associated with the mail, and then try to open that particular emails. But when you're trying to use a separate application instead of a browser for browsing your emails, then you'll use a client application, mail client application. All your emails are saved on the mail server, and when you try to open the from the client side, when you want to open the email, you will be using a mail application. So here I have got Outlook email given by Microsoft, which is linked with 3-4 emails for my own purpose. So you can see I have got a lot of emails associated with it. So what I wanted to show actually is this was the email address to which I wanted to send the data. Can you see? Actually, this was the email address to which I wanted to send the data. Some email. So that email address has already been copied here. And this line is coming because I'm sending through my email client, and whatever email I want to compose, I can compose send to it. So I'm just discarding. I don't need it now. I just want to close this window. So this particular linking is done by using a anchor tag. And to give the reference where to go, I'm using Hrefs and I'm telling that it's not a website to browse, it's a mail application to be sent to this particular email address. Meeting will be closed within 2 minutes, so this program will be closing our particular program. Okay. Here also copyright symbol is there. Way to copyright, I have just kept. I hope this was good enough for you all. Now that I have shown you how to make use of our programs, try to do the videos, find what programs we have done, and try to use them at home. On your mobiles, you can use online HTML executors or editors, and you can use it. But on desktop, it's very easy. Desktop and laptop. So, is there any doubt regarding these topics? We have not started any new program, but I actually wanted to go through at least 5 6 slides today. I wanted to go till this mark. This is one very good example program. So anyway, let's see in the next session how far we can better use our time. Okay, then since no one is responding back, let me close this session here. So